finish.
About sa lesson. Tapos, nag-ano naman tayo at the end of the class kasi para malaman natin kung ano yung natutunan ng mga students. And then next, so the test is perhaps the best way of learner assessment. Teachers find if the content or meets learners' expectations and whether the learner is able to expose with the new information and employ learned skills in a particular situation. So yung test daw, siya yung pinaka-best way na ma-assess yung learner assessment. And then next, this assessment takes a greater importance in ASP because S is concerned with the ability to perform particular numerical tasks. So, yung ASP daw, yung test daw siya yung pinaka magandang gamitin na assessment sa ASP. So, let us define what is testing. So, testing can be defined as a post at reasonable intervals to look back at how the students are performing. So, kapag sinabi natin testing, nagpo-post tayo during teaching to check how those students are doing. Kung may natutunan pa yung mga estudyante natin sa lesson na yun. It is a kind of assessment. Other methods of assessing a child's work are by asking the child some question or taking a look at certain works performed by the child at his extra time. So, besides from the traditional test, teacher can also assess by asking questions or looking at extra work to students to do. So, mas mapapabilis yung pag-assess ng natutunan ng mga estudyante through testing. Ayan, we can use questions alone. Next, according to, it refers to the effect of testing on teaching and learning as backwatch. So, backwatch is something which can be harmful or beneficial depending on the handling. So, kapag sinabi natin backwatch, ito yung where the result of one test can inadvertently affect the result of the another. So, for example, sa lesson, meron tayo test A, napatest ka sa una, tapos napatest ka ulit sa pangalawang and then hindi siya related. These kind of current tests are not isolated for each other, leading to dependence between the tests. Ayan. Hindi siya related sa test. So, yung result. And then next, according naman kay Davis, the God test is an obedient servant that since it follows the teaching. And then, dito naman si Davis, ini-introduce yung testing process as a reflection of teaching content. At according naman kay Haggis, si Haggis naman, nag-disagree siya sa definition ni Davis ng testing. So, kay Haggis naman, he sees the relationship between teaching and testing as the partnership. So, dito kay Davis, yun nga yung testing sa process as the reflection of teaching content. Tapos kay Haggis naman, since merong partnership yung testing and teaching. So, parang mas malalim dito kay Haggis kasi yung kay Davis parang part lang siya ng learning process. And then next, punta naman tayo sa purpose of testing. So, number one purpose is to measure language proficiency regardless of reading language. Courses that candidates may have followed. And the next, to discover how far students have achieved the objectives of course of study, the type of students' strengths and weaknesses, to identify what we have learned and what we have not learned. So, dito naman then the task is at the class where she stands and decides to teach her own the amount of effort to put in the teacher. Ayan, di ba kapag mag-test tayo, kapag sumasalag na sila sa testing, parang ano sila, nag-take sila ng effort. Para masagot yung mga questions na 100% ng teacher. And then next naman is, when the assessment is done in laughing in an honest manner, that's when it can assess their words themselves. Ayan, so, as a teacher, kailangan mo natin i-dedicate yung sarili natin sa gagawin natin testing kasi mas maganda yung result if we are educated. And the next, man assessment in which the teachers visit the student at home gives the chance that the teachers care about his practice. Ayun, yung conveniences students kapag binibisita sila ng kanilang teacher is they feel cared, feeling nila importante sila, gano'n, they are not left behind. So, kapag nag-visit yung teacher sa kanilang student, mas pag-iihan pa nito yung kanyang pag-aaral. So, the next, benefits to the teacher. Number one benefit, it enables the teacher to identify the area of weakness, ayan, either an individual or members of the entire class. So, ito yung pinaka-benefits niya sa teacher para ma-identify kung saan nagkulang ang student, kung saan siya hindi magaling. Para ma-address yung weaknesses ng student na yun and mag-guide natin siya sa future educators, mag-guide natin siya sa weakness na yun para the teacher does is by writing down all the errors the students can possibly make and picking against each time the errors made. It is a